So here we are with T and Rose Shrine of the Day, daily shrine moment, enshrinement. We're workshopping the name. Today we're at the Meiji Jingu
something like that
Shrine.
It's a Shinto shrine.
Shinto shrine in Shibuya, built in 1920 in honor of Empress Shokan and Emperor Meiji,
who were the first emperors and empress after the shogunate ended in
and during the Edo period. So just to give you guys a little overview of what we're looking at. This is the main courtyard. There is the main shrine. Get a full view, the main entry gate.
A couple ritual things that you do before you enter the shrine. You wash your hands and rinse
your mouth, which was an interesting experience.
At the entrance of the shrine, you throw a coin, you bow twice.
Bow twice, clap twice, bow once.
I wanted to add jazz hands, but Theo decided that was inappropriate.
Yes. There are lots of different offertory boxes, places to go.
I'll send you some photos of that.
Yes. There's
other thing interesting is that the emperor was sort of a Western lover.
He did. He adopted Western kind of food and attitudes, and clothing,
and
alcohol, and politically
opened up Japan from its
to trade. But he was still very much in favor of preserving the Japanese way of life.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
should we also have a scale?
A shrine scale?
Yeah, shrine scale.
1 to 5?
One to Kotel.
1 to Kotel.
1 to Kotel. I would give this a
7.
Yeah. I would. Yeah, this is definitely it.
Very nice.
Very nice. Beautiful park surrounding it that they made in 1920, and you can't even tell it's a man-made park. Hundreds of thousands of trees from across Japan.
I feel like we should leave them wanting more.
Yeah. So we're gonna.
Feel free to Google it. Part of what we said was probably inaccurate, but you get the picture, and tomorrow we'll send you a new shrine.
Of course. Welcome to today's episode of Shrine Like a Star. We've got a very special feature for you today.
Today's shrine is a biggie, Theo.
Big one, really big one. Supposedly the most visited religious site in the world, but we're skeptical. I don't know about that.
30 million visitors annually.
Annually 30 million
and I think
visitors.
a lot of them are here today.
About half of them are here today.
This temple originally was created, I think, in the 7th century.
I believe so, yes.
It was destroyed in 1945 during the firebombing.
And we're going to leave it up to you guys. We'll review the answer at the end, but we'll leave it up to you guys to figure out what temple we're at. And
should we reveal it?
We'll reveal it at the end.
Okay.
5-story pagoda.
Yep.
Buddhist temple.
A lot of incense.
A lot of incense. A lot of fortunes you can buy. But if you don't like them, you can just tie them up on a rack.
Which I think is a great idea. Tie your fortunes to a rack.
You don't like it? Get a new one. No, get a new one. A couple main buildings here. We've got a main gate, which is directly behind us with a big shoe. And we've got...
Is it kind of auxiliary pagoda?
Yeah, an auxiliary pagoda. I'll give us a nice view before I show you the main building, because you might be able to get it. Here is my favorite building. There's the gate again.
And
we'll come out to the middle so I can get a good view. All right, here's our temple for today.
Senso-ji.
The Senso-ji temple.
That's
pretty cool.
That's it for today.
Pretty cool, but check back with us tomorrow for the next episode.
For Kecha Rising Shining Star.
Yeah, no, Shrine Like a Star.
Okay.
It's been a pleasure. Shell and T back for another mini-sode for today. A little surprise for the fan. This is a shrine in Ueno Park.
Ueno Park has many museums.
Lots of museums. Huge
and
park.
A zoo.
And a zoo. Huge park. Multiple shrines in this museum.
Behind us is the shrine itself. Can you show a picture of the shrine?
There's the shrine.
We don't know anything about the shrine.
Yeah, not 100%. Pretty unclear what this one is.
We didn't bother reading anything about it.
No.
There are a bunch of red torii gates.
Gates.
Which I think is important for our fans.
A little bit of foreshadowing for an upcoming episode.
For an upcoming episode. So think about the torii gates. And if you, maybe you can figure out what this... what the shrine is.
Let us know if you know anything.
I think it's a Buddhist shrine.
I would assume yes. Yes.
50% chance
Yes.
that's right.
All right. Well, we'll catch you on the next full episode, full feature-length episode, A Shrine Like a Star tomorrow. So here we are with today's episode of It's Time to Shrine. Today we're keeping it close to home. We are at how do you pronounce it? Gojoji, something like that.
It starts with a Z.
Z and a bunch of J's somewhere in there.
Right next to our hotel.
Right next to our hotel.
And here this one sign.
And yeah, they're searching for the Buddha. I'm not 100% sure what's going on.
Yeah, if you find it.
Yeah, so I would assume this is a Buddhist temple. Not really sure.
I've seen Buddhist temples.
Yeah.
Most of them
have been Buddhist temples so far.
Except the first one.
This one's except for Meiji Jingu in our first episode.
That was a Shiite.
Shinto.
She had something totally different. Yeah.
I don't know. This one seems pretty much the same as the other ones. Nothing too special. Yeah, I'm reading on a sign out here that this gate, you walk through it, and it's supposed to cleanse you of your ignorance and your anger and your grief. So come with us, and we'll see how that works.
That's a heavy load.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if it works on the American mindset or if it's just a Japanese.
Well, we're gonna test it.
We're gonna test it out. So come with us.
Do you see it?
So here we are inside the gates of Zojoji, Buddhist temple.
I'm still fucking angry though.
Yeah,
that did not go away.
Buddhist temple, built in the 14th century and relocated here in the 16th century.
Relocated to be next to the
yes,
Eiffel Tower.
So it was next to Tokyo Tower, and I believe in the 16th century the monks would use that as a beacon to come find this temple.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I can't imagine why else it would be there.
Yeah, we would.
Yeah, I can. Oh, can you zoom in? So we went up those steps already.
Yeah, we did that already. A couple days ago. So we're not going up there.
No,
again.
I don't really see a need to go through.
You're gonna have to take our word for it. They have services in there.
They do have services. I heard them singing.
Minka?
Yeah, I heard them doing Elenu earlier.
You couldn't.
Sorry. Most of the temple was destroyed in fire bombs in World War II.
Yeah.
Except for the gate, which we walked through, which is actually the oldest wooden structure in Tokyo.
Oh, the oldest wooden structure in Tokyo.
In fact.
All right. Well,
I think that wraps it up.
Here's to next. What was the? We have a new.
See you next shrine.
See you next shrine. That's our new sign off.
All right. Welcome to today's episode of Come Rain or Shrine.
Come Shrine.
Today we're at
Kyoto. We're in
Kyoto. We moved the production crew west. The thousands of temples here, so we might have a lot of content for you guys.
Like seasons worth.
Yeah.
You have to renew us.
Today we're at Nishi Honganji.
It's a Shinshu Buddhist temple.
Yes, which is a subsect of Buddhism. It's literally right next to our Airbnb.
Very close.
Very, very close. It's this giant compound.
Almost like a university campus.
Pretty much like university campus. We came in the back way and we were very confused. It's humongous.
There's a lot of important things you could learn about this. So
there's a lot of stuff. So yeah, we like to have viewer
closing.
engagement. Yeah, the gates are closing, so we gotta be quick. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Yes, that means that Eugene Ionesco visited.
Yes.
Which is ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy that he came all the way over here. And it was built in moved here in the 16th century, built in the 14th, I think.
Something like that.
We're seeing a common theme with temples. They really like to move them around.
Yeah, when they get destroyed, they get rebuilt. Do you know that Kyoto was once the capital?
I did know that during the Edo period of Japan. Again, something our viewers should look up.
Kyoto and Tokyo are anagrams?
They're also anagrams. Japan is one of the only countries with two cities that are panagrams with a population over 1 million.
Yeah. Do you
Shout
think
out
this is getting
Griswold.
too educational?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the fans are gonna like all this information. So I guess we'll wrap it up here. Stay tuned. Lots of. We'll see you next shrine.
Okay.
All right. Welcome.
Today's edition of
Whose Shrine Is It Anyways?
And this one should be really obvious.
Yep, we've got the big torii gates behind
The
us.
iconic torii gates behind us.
Thousands of them, in fact.
Thousands. They run up the hill. They ran up Mount Inari.
I don't think that's what the mountain is. That what the
No,
mountain's
it's
called?
called,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
This is the Fushimi Inari Shrine. It is a Shinto shrine.
Yes,
dating
established
back to
711 AD, which I don't think is a coincidence.
a lot of 7-Elevens here.
Yeah, so I wonder if they made it the same year they founded the store.
Yeah,
would make
could be.
sense.
There are 30,000 such Inari shrines, the most
Yes.
popular type of shrine
Around
in
Japan.
But this one,
It's the head one, the chief
oh
one.
no. So if you only want to go to one Inari shrine,
I would make sure to come to this one.
The key thing is to go early enough to beat the crowds.
Yes.
And you can see that we were not successful.
No, we
tried.
got a little lost.
We came by bike,
We did. We biked over here.
and we're a little worried about getting isolated here. And
Not
being
finding
able-
our way back.
There's nobody around.
Yeah, it's pretty desolate here. We came. I thought there would be some sort of correlation to the sushi snack with vinegar, rice, and tofu skin, but alas,
nope.
not a single piece of inari in sight.
No. So I
Yeah,
think,
so
maybe we'll
leave it here.
We'll send you Google it for sure.
Yeah, definitely Google
We'll send
it.
some pictures of the actual
Of the main
shrines,
temples,
the main temple
yeah.
and the 5 shrines that are lower down.
Exactly.
We're gonna keep going up the mountain. We probably
Yeah.
won't make to the top, but in the meantime, we will
See you next shrine. All right, welcome,
Second
loyal
second
fans.
episode today.
Yeah, bonus feature.
Today's episode.
You Are My Sunshine. Right now we are at the Kiyomizu-dera Temple
In the hills of
in the
Kyoto.
hills of the Ottawa Hills.
Mount Ottawa.
Mount Ottawa, sorry.
Halfway up Mount Ottawa.
Kiyomizu-dera means pure water.
This is a
Buddhist temple.
Buddhist temple dating back to
778.
778.
Yes. So a little bit after the one we just were at Fushimi Inari. We're here right in front of the temple. You can see this one is very famous. Famous for its wooden balcony and views of Kyoto. It's very beautiful.
We'll send you some
There will be
photos.
definitely some
Allegedly,
photos.
this giant wooden structure has no nails. So far,
Yeah.
we've been looking.
I've counted about 5.
You saw nails? I
I've
didn't
counted
see
about
any
5.
nails. Could be a lie. What else? My guess is if you Google, you'll learn some
Yeah.
interesting things.
UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Can you believe that UNESCO made it up here?
I don't know
too?
how we climbed all the way up here because I was out of breath.
For a French playwright, he had good stamina.
And it is believed that if you jump off the balcony and survive, your wish will come true.
Yeah, it's 13 feet drop. So I'm going
13
to...
meter,
13
47
meter.
feet.
Okay. I'm going to push Theo off, and if he survives, Mandy Patinkin is going to propose marriage.
Yes. So we'll report back,
That could happen.
and we will see you next shrine. Konnichiwa from the Tenryuji Temple.
Here in the Sagano area of Kyoto.
Yes, at the foot of the Arashiyama Mountains. Quick disclaimer, we've noticed some discourse on the subreddit about our use.
Of temple versus shrine.
Uh-huh.
By the way, did we welcome them to the episode of the
Oh,
shrine?
yeah, this
The episode of the shrine.
episode of the Shrining.
But there, do you know, Theo, there is a difference between a shrine and a temple.
There's a pretty important
Yeah.
difference, and
We've been using them interchangeably.
yes.
But that's just... Most people would probably figure it out that we were
Yes.
just joking. But you know what the difference is?
I don't.
I think you do.
Well, I do. Well, I didn't. I was feigning ignorance for the fans because it's easier for them to appreciate this if they can relate to us.
Yes.
So,
So we're essentially playing dumb.
yes. So we here at the Shrining have developed a cutthroat system for you to determine if it's a temple or a shrine.
Is it a temple or a shrine? It's almost like a...
It's a little game. It's a quiz.
Okay, so if it has a
Torii Gate.
Torii Gate, it is a
Shrine, which means it is
It's
Shinto.
Shinto.
If it has no Torii Gate or a Simon Gate, it is a temple, which means it is Buddhist.
So it's really not that difficult.
No, but
if
you-
we called it shrine,
It's more interesting, yeah.
So this is actually a temple,
Yes, Buddhist temple.
Buddhist temple that dates back to 1339.
First Zen temple. It was commissioned by the shogun at the time in memory of the emperor.
You can look up who they were.
Yeah, their names. We're not going to bother with the
Actually,
pronunciations.
Actually, in the 9th century, there was a Zen temple here.
Yes.
That was the first Zen temple in Japan. And then
it was converted into a villa. And then the shogun rededicated it as a temple in the memory of the emperor.
It's a little confusing.
As it turns out, they used to be allies, and then the shogun turned on the emperor.
It was like a soap opera.
Yes, and then he built this temple to appease his spirit.
This is the part that I find a little suspect.
Yes.
There were 8 burned down 8 times.
It's burnt down 8 times, so clearly the spirit of the emperor is not appeased.
Right. And either that or he's an arsonist.
Yeah.
What
What else do we know?
Oh.
They commissioned a ship to go trade with China to pay off the fees to build this place.
To make it into a temple.
Yes.
It is a Zen Buddhist temple and has a lot of the hallmarks of Zen Buddhism. It also has a beautiful garden.
Which we'll give you a little update once we get back there.
The garden was not damaged during all the multitude of fires.
And I don't know, is there anything else?
I think we'll see them next shrine.
I think we'll see you next time. Sayonara.
Sayonara.
All right, we're back for a quick little update because we know we left you guys on a cliffhanger.
We were talking about the scenic garden as part of the
and as much as we wanted to gatekeep it from you, we felt as though it had to be shared. So here it is in the background, right at the base of the mountains. It's very beautiful.
You know when people talk about a Zen Japanese garden, this is what they're talking about.
This is actually the garden they're talking about.
This is unchanged since the 14th century.
Same exact layout, yes.
Yeah.
It was the first Japanese national treasure.
Yeah, it was the first special historical scene
area, according to the
named by
Japanese government.
And in 1994, it was designated by the UN as a World Cultural Heritage Site.
Yes.
And you can certainly, once you can look, you can certainly see why. All right, so we're off to our next shrine.
Yep.
Meantime,
Catch you next shrine. Arigato. Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Rise and shine, East Coasters.
I know it's like 1 o'clock in the morning by you.
Yeah.
But probably even our fan is not going to watch it now.
Yes.
But it'll be morning when you see this.
Yes. A little feature for you guys in the morning. Something exciting to wake up to. Today, it's not today, this hour, we are at Ryoanji.
Ryoanji. It's a temple.
It's a temple, so...
What does that mean? It means that
Buddhist. I hope
temple.
I hope the viewers remember what it means.
Just from last episode, we explained this. This one is really famous, Theo, for something
very,
specific.
very famous. Very, very famous.
It is famous for the world's sort of preeminent rock garden.
Rock garden, exactly. It's very similar to, shout out Mary Jane, the old receptionist at the physics department, and she had the little sand thing that you could rake across. It's very, very similar to that.
25
by 10
by
meters.
10 meters of pebbles, and it is surrounded by walls made out of
Oil, clay baked in oil.
Then this is what's interesting. There are exactly 15 rocks, but they are in group. There are five
groups of them.
But they're not
groups of three. There's 5, 3, 2, 3, 2.
And uniquely, from no vantage point can you see all
15 rocks at once.
So you can make that
what you will.
What you will.
Some people,
make of that.
Make of that what you will. Some people
interpretations,
interpret as a mama cub leading the baby cubs. Some people see islands in the sea.
And some people think it's just a metaphor for contemplation of the infinity.
Abstract representations.
So kind of like modern art. See what you want to see.
It's kind of up to you to decide if it has meaning or not.
The whole thing, the background here, it used to be a villa.
It used to be a villa, then it was converted to a Zen garden, and then it burned down. Very similar, yeah. You just imagine what happened to the other things.
Very interesting also is the view from the garden is from the Hojo. And that's not a Howard Johnson.
No, which we got confused by. We were very excited.
The Hojo in this case is where the main priest lived.
I think it was called the Abbots.
The Abbot.
Or whatever.
You can Google it.
Yeah, look it up.
Again, half of this might be wrong.
Yeah.
We're really tired. We've seen a lot of shrines.
We've seen a lot of shrines. They're melding into one.
Have I told you, Theo, that you're my knight in shining armor?
I haven't. That means a lot to me.
I know.
Wow.
All right.
So we'll do a little walk
we'll do a
around.
silent walk through.
All right.
And then come back and we'll sign off.
Okay. All right, I hope that gave you guys an idea of the layout of the rocks. And that's going to be it for us for now. Shrining off.
Shining off.
See you next shrine.
See you next shrine.
Arigato.
Arigato.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Welcome to the finale.
Yeah.
Hit me, baby. One last shrine.
And it's a biggie.
Big one.
Theo.
Probably the most popular one in Kyoto.
Yes.
Save the best for last.
It's called?
Kinkaku-ji. And
It's
what does
also
that
known
translate
as-
to?
I don't know. Do
The
you?
Golden Pavilion.
That's
Believe it
the-
or not.
That's not the translation.
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay. I wonder why they call it the Golden Pavilion.
I'm not sure why.
Okay, you might want to look that up. Okay, so what's the history here, Theo?
So, originally built in 1397 as a villa.
Yep. And then I believe
No, wasn't it a temple first? And then it was bought by the shogun. No, you're right. I was wrong. It was a villa. It was a wealthy man's villa, and then
the shogunate.
the shogun bought it to periodically live and entertain guests and the emperor. And then after his death, it was restored back to a temple in
Some
some
year.
year, according to his wishes.
And what's interesting is this is a complex with
A
a
whole
lot
complex.
of different buildings, many of which have burned down.
Yes, there was a great fire, and the only building that survived was the Golden Pavilion behind us.
Until
Until
1950,
1950,
when
a
they-
novice monk burned it down and then attempted suicide behind the pavilion,
didn't work.
it did not work. He was then convicted, and then after 7 years released for mental
Sorry,
illnesses.
yeah.
But what's ironic is that
This
the
was
gold
re-
leaf was supposed to symbolize and purify any negative thoughts of death. So
Right.
clearly that didn't work either.
But when they rebuilt it in 1955,
Yes.
they thickened up the gold leaf.
They did thicken up the gold leaf because
To
they were
protect it
worried
from-
exactly from the
Crazy
fire.
monks,
Yeah. What else?
We're showing you the back side.
We are at the back. It
because
is
they are
extremely crowded.
Very, very crowded. Oh, you know what? This is
Another Eugene UNESCO World Heritage Site.
so
I'm
probably-
pretty sure some of the gold comes from his watches, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, that doesn't even make sense, but all right. Okay, so what we will do is send some photographs of the front because
Yes.
it is quite spectacular.
It is very cool.
It sort of floats in the middle of a pond.
It does. Let me see if I can get the pond in the back. Not really. You can kind of see it.
Mostly you can see all each other. So
Yeah.
we are signing off from Kyoto.
That's
tomorrow.
going to be our last video from Kyoto.
We're going back to Japan.
Japan.
Very tired.
Tokyo.
We're going back to Tokyo. So our shrine series comes to an end.
It's going to be the end of the Shrine series, but look forward to
A new series.
a new series coming soon.
We can't talk about it.
Yeah, it's about as much as we're allowed to
It's
say.
still in development.
Yeah, still in development. The producers are keeping us very hush-hush about it. All right, so thank you very much for watching and following us along on these journeys. And can we see it? I don't know if we can say it. I think we should say it.
Okay.
See you next shrine. Arigato.
Arigato.
All right, welcome to today's very special episode of There Comes a Shrine.
You know, due to overwhelming fan demand, we
Yes.
decided we'd add one more shrine video to this august series. And
Yes.
we're here at the Magic Kingdom Tokyo Disneyland. And, you know, there are a lot of iconic images.
Lots of iconic,
There's the Matterhorn. Oh, it's not the Matterhorn
not
here.
the Matterhorn here. There's the castle, there's
castle.
Big Thunder Mountain, Splash Mountain,
But it really all started with one man, one vision,
one mouse. Yes,
So behind us is
the iconic partner statue.
Partners.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm curious, Theo. Does it say? I think it's curious how it's called partners.
They're holding hands. It is a little bit queer coded, I would say.
Yeah, I'm worried that this would potentially be canceled.
Yes.
How do we feel about
His hand position?
Hand
Yeah, he's kind of given the semi-Hail Hitler, which is very fitting for Walt Disney.
given his long reputation as an anti-Semite?
Yes, but
But you can't, no one's perfect.
no one's perfect. Nobody's perfect. So this statue originally debuted in Disneyland.
Okay.
Was sculpted by Blaine Gibson.
Blaine Gibson. I love his
And-
work.
Yes.
So many great Blaine
famous
Gibsons.
Disney sculptor.
Yeah.
And then later debuted in Disney World, and then 15 years after Tokyo Disneyland opened, it was gifted to the park by
April 15th.
on April 15th, 1998 by the Disney Company.
Tax deduction of some kind.
Yeah, probably. They were in
Yeah.
financial struggles at that time.
Theo, I heard that, actually, you know how I heard this? You told
Yeah.
me that Walt Disney is 6'5" in this statue.
Yes.
But how tall was he really?
Yeah, in reality, he was 5'10", so we're looking at a little bit of short man syndrome.
Yeah. Maybe they figured if he was 5'10", he would look too close in size to the mouse.
Yes,
Which
possibly.
would, cause all sorts of.
Yeah, then they would really
issues.
look like lovers.
Yeah.
It's
else?
a bronze statue. I think that's about it.
And it sort of welcomes
You in. It's on the opposite side of Main Street here.
And I think that's about it. And we'll.
That's about it, so,
maybe we'll see you next shrine.
Hopefully we'll catch you next
If we can
shrine.
find a shrine.
Yeah.